Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm a lightworker and a mother to 3 special girls. I strive to continue learning, growing, and to collect new skills. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master teacher, and Akashic record reader and energy healer. I am so excited to share what I've learned and what I'm going to learn and the ups and downs of life. Thank you for joining me on my journey. Welcome to Life of a Lightworker podcast. Thank you for joining me this week. I want to let you know that for the rest of the summer, I'm going to be doing an episode every other week. And then in September, I'm going to be going back to every week. All right, so to start, I'm going to pull a card. I chose the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle deck. And I'm pulling them with the intention of what the people listening need to hear right now in this moment as they're listening. Alright, and the card that I pull is Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. From the book, and I would like to just point out that this is something more for me, but when I'm pulling cards recently, I've been noticing a pattern of page 62 and page 82 through all my decks. I've been noticing those numbers pop up and I notice them. So I'm going to have to look into that. And of course I got page 62 this time. So I just thought I wanted to share. So the card is Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. Life is always moving. If you resist this ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant and you will fall out of flow with the universe. The universe has a mysterious, intelligent force, a natural rhythmic beat, which governs all of life. One of the best ways to shift your energy, frequency, and vibration is to put on some music and dance along with it. When we dance unrestrained, our spirit takes over, and with each new bop, sway, and kick, we are rocked back into harmony with the rest of life. Get unstuck by doing something that shifts your vibration. Put on some music, dance unrestrained, and fall into the frequency of life. In doing so, your body will begin to learn how to be moved by your intuition, which is connected with this systemic beat. If dancing isn't your thing, then simply do something that you would not usually do to shift your energy. You cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it, and you cannot attract a different experience without changing your energy first. It's time to shift things up and to find a way to dance along with the beat of life. And the Work Your Light activation is do something to change your energy. The feeling I get from this card is, and like it said, motion, movement, and I feel like it's more energetic movement, not being stuck in your routine, not being stuck in the way that you're doing things, having flexible mindset and flexible rhythm to your life so that when your intuition, when your soul is calling you to do certain things, it is easy to turn and pivot and maneuver. When you are very rigid and you have to do things a very certain way, or you've always done things a certain way, so you just turn your brain off and you just do it, you're not open to the change, to the inspiration that's coming in. It's closed off because you have your blinders on. You aren't allowing yourself to absorb all the things you need to absorb. So through movement, through dance, being unrestrained, it changes the patterns. So just doing something that you don't usually do will help change the patterns. Will help open you up to receiving what your soul is calling you to receive. Let me see if I can tune in and see what other kind of messages there are for you today. Okay, so when I tune into the energy, this is for the whole world collective. There's change happening. There's more change to come. And the quicker we respond to change, the quicker we respond to the subtle nuances that are asking us to dance, the flows, the musical notes that are encouraging us to move a certain way, if we can listen to those, we gracefully dance. When we are set on doing one type of step, when the music comes, when the flow comes, we clash. And it's hard. We trip, we stumble, we stub our toe, we fall, and it's not graceful. It turns into it feels like a stumbling mess. So if we practice this graceful flow, we're dancing with the energy, then it's going to be so much easier. Less stress, less worry, less mental thought and effort. It feels like there's this ease to it when we can flow. So some things that we can bring into our lives now to help train us, to help us get used to dancing and flowing with life. Let me see, what are they suggesting that we do? They're showing me, like, an example would be like automatic writing. So we're writing in a journal, but you don't need to actually write. You don't need to actually say anything. They doesn't need to make words, or we're letting our hand move without restriction. So you're moving the pen or the pencil, the writing tool, in a fluid motion, and you're not thinking about it. And it's okay if it looks bad. It's okay if it doesn't make sense. All that matters is that your hand, your arm is moving without you telling it what to do. And practicing that motion can be very helpful when people have a hard time letting go of their bodies. So always having to control their bodies and what they're doing. So if you have that issue, then that would be a good place to start. Let me see, can they recommend some different types of tools that might help other people? No, they're just saying walk a different way. Walk a different path somewhere. If you normally walk on the right side, try walking on the left side. You normally walk on the pavement, try walking on the grass. You normally avoid the cracks, step on all the cracks. Do these little things that might make you feel uncomfortable before, that push you outside of your typical routine. And if that's something that you would be completely fine with, then we're going to push it a little further. We're going to push it to things that would make you a little bit uncomfortable, that are a little more challenging. Try to think of something that you do all the time that you don't think about, that maybe you could switch up. Maybe they actually have real practical things. Like, for me personally, I always shower at night because I hate having wet hair during the day because it takes so long to dry, and blow drying takes a long time too because my hair is so long. So I take a shower at night. So for me, if it's a hot day and I'm going outside, I could wear clothing that's not going to feel wet, so like quick drying clothing, and sit outside and let my hair dry outside. That way it dries really fast, but it's not going to negatively affect me like in the winter time when my hair's wet all day. It's very uncomfortable. So finding little things like that, like, so maybe tomorrow I'll shower in the morning, even though I don't like doing that. Just trying it, seeing how it goes, just as a little tiny example. Let me see. What did they suggest? Okay, so one of the biggest things that we can do is go within. It's paying attention to yourself, paying attention to your body, to the thoughts that come in and just recognizing them, observing them. And I sometimes people think like when you're meditating, you're just being, you have a clear mind. For this, what they're showing me is that the intention is to focus. You're focusing on your body. You're going through how each part feels. You're asking, how do you feel? Arm, how do you feel? You can go to each part of you and asking questions and listening, waiting for the response. And then I feel like when the thoughts start coming in that maybe you're not asking to come, asking where the thought's coming from. Acknowledging the thought. If we don't want the thought, say no thank you and ask the thought to go off to the side. And acknowledging. It feels like just acknowledging. And the more that we acknowledge our thoughts and our bodies, the easier it is to notice and acknowledge the inspiration that's coming from ourselves and the universe and our guides, so that it's easier to dance with the flow because we are more aware of the subtle changes. It's not usually loud. They're usually very subtle. And this is a great place to bring up my new journal. So I created a journal and it gets released on Friday, July the 14th. It's called The Magical Moments, a journal for embracing everyday magic. And my intention for the journal is to notice all the little things. That's what came to me. And I expanded upon that and added some more prompts that I feel are beneficial to the majority of people to help you recognize what's going on with your body and your mind and your soul and start paying attention to all these little things. And I'm really, really proud of this journal. It was really, really fun to make, and I am really, really excited to share it with everybody. And if you're listening to this on Thursday when it comes out, if you go on to Instagram and if you share my post and tag me and I believe hashtag magical moments in the post, it will tell you all the instructions. You can be entered in to win a free copy. So I hope you are able to do that before Friday, because on Friday I'm going to be drawing the winner. And I am so excited to share this with you. So I'm loving that. And it's also, there's enough pages for 3 months if you do it every day. This journal, I feel, is about discovery. Discover yourself and discover the world around you. And I've also increased my working hours for the summer, since most days I don't have to wake up early with the kids. I still work the same number of sessions a day or week. I have a cap, but my end time has expanded. So I'm working a little bit later than usual. So if you are interested in booking a soul reading and healing session, or a business empowerment and expansion session, or an intuition development session, please come to my website, learn more, ask me questions if you have any, and I would love to have a session with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.